Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers. And yeah, it's been it has been a an adventure there. So we have a new mining rig online. This one is specifically to capture ice, and it has done its job wonderfully. Now we hit this first node. We kept mining, and I wanted to get down to the gold. And we found some more ice. So we have all sorts of ice. I think we were up to about 1,000,000 units. But we have a lot of stuff to get done. First, we have to get started. So let's go. So happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific day. If you are like most people in the world, you're probably still under self-quarantine, so hopefully this helps take a little bit of the monotony away for you. All right, so yeah, we have been, like I said, mining for days. As you can see, all of our O2 generators are running. We've got ice kind of stacked up in various places. And I'm trying to get some of it, well, get as much of it all into one location as we can. Just to see of how much we have. And it looks like we're, even after everything, because I mean, we have actually filled up all of our tanks, except for the hydrogen, obviously. Those are going to take forever to fill. But all of our oxygen tanks are completely full now. Are the orange tanks here, those are actually the ones on the heavy lifter, so those are filling fairly quickly. Actually, let's get those full first. We want these to be as full as possible. Looks like everything else, yes. All right, so the reason for this is because we want to make sure that our lifter can actually get out and do things without having to wait. So we can go ahead and turn the stockpile off on that now, because we're up over the 95%, which is more than enough to get us to any of the trade stations that we can buy hydrogen from. All right, so let's talk actual ore. All right, so we are going to say this is our ice mining one. Alright. So let's see what we actually have, because we have quite a bit. So we want inventory X. Let's just do it all. We'll do it all, right? I think ice is its own thing. Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, we've got 900k ice. And as you saw, there's plenty more to be mined out down there. And what we'll do is, if I need to mine any more, I'll side mount a couple of additional drills to open that area up a little bit. And then once we have the area open, I can actually put a conveyor junction on the side of a drill, mount a piston to that, and mine. You basically have the piston mine straight out for us. So yeah. All right, so it looks like we did hit a little bit of the gold, which is good. Obviously we have a ridiculous amount of stone, which is slowly being processed. We've got raw nickel, and we've got a crap ton of iron ore. And as you can see, we still have a 2.3 million iron. So as far as general resources are concerned, we're good. What we do need is still to hit the cobalt, magnesium, silver, gold. We have a platinum mine, but I need to... wrong button. Let's go take a look at that really quick. Because... how are you guys doing? You're not even over the 10% mark yet, are you? Nope. Take a look really quick. You are just now at 0.4 because the heavy lifter tanks sucked it all up. You are all completely full. Everything inside the base is pressurized. We did expand our cargo area. As you can see, we've now got a massive amount of storage, and these will actually be encased in silos just like we did down on Earth. So I'm going to be working on that off camera just to build those out. Still need to finish the towers, but we did finish the refinery maintenance, or refinery management area. Now I did have to take out the offset door that we had placed here. It just was not keeping pressure the way I wanted it to, and I think it's just because of the way that that new block works. Even after I placed airtight blocks all the way around it, when it was opening and closing for some reason, I think it's because of the way that the oxygen or the airtight face is described, or what's the word I'm looking for, defined inside the block data. Basically what it was doing is it was bridging the two blocks, so because it wasn't airtight on one side, it made the entire block not be airtight. I'm gonna have to look at it a little bit more in depth to see what's going on there, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure exactly what's going on. But my concern, I guess would be a good way of saying it, is that because the door face was bridging here, it was basically punching a hole in the O2 system, as far as, or the O2 envelope for the building. Now we did go ahead and put a skylight in. Mainly because of the fact that I didn't want to have lights all over the place, so I have one light in here that's pretty bright, and then the rest of it's natural lighting. I haven't done anything with the monitors in here yet, but we'll set these up. What I'll probably do is set each one of these up to track specific resources. So we'll have one that's like, say, gold, silver, magnesium, platinum, iron, cobalt, or something like that. Or have one that's a couple of this like the stuff we get from stone. So you'd have the what is that, nickel, silicon, iron on one, and then you have basically everything else tracking different things as far as like which refineries are working, what resources are being processed, that kind of stuff. We did go ahead and put in the toilet and what is the thing, the dispenser. Oh, I figured, if you're going to have an area that people are going to be working in, it's good to have some way of, being able to, eat or drink and be able to use the bathroom. But yeah, so it actually came out pretty nice. I'm happy with the way that this particular structure came out. We have plenty of workstations in here, so people would be able to, work on their laptops or whatever. So yeah, yeah, I like it. I like the way it came out. Alright. So out here, we've put in a walkway system. So you now have stairs that will take you out to the surface. So in case you need to come out and do any type of visual inspection, maintenance, maybe. There is the ability to add at least one more refinery if we really need it. And then we can actually go vertical as well. You have the stairs going back into the tower array, which we still need to finish. And in an effort to burn through some of the resources, we've been building out our walkway system over here. Now, this thing, we did go ahead, and again, the whole idea of this base is being set up around the idea that if you don't have hydrogen tanks for some reason, because some people will disable them in their playthrough, just to make things a little bit more challenging. This does allow you to get around and not worry so much, because even if you have say like the spiders or something turned on, a base that's set up like this will counteract most of it. The spiders are a little weird because they have some just odd clipping things that they do. They actually burrow through voxels, or I should say they transfer through voxels. Then you come over here and there's a ladder that will take you all the way up into the control room, which we are going to be replicating this on all of our mining rigs. so that we will have ways of walking in, getting into all of them. And then this brings you into the over here, just like everything else. And the reason we're over here is because I want to check our platinum supply. Because I think our platinum is still down here. Yes? Yeah. Our platinum is still outside of our easy gather range here. So what we'll probably do then... How far down am I? It's a pretty thin vein, but it is platinum, so we don't need much of it. I should set a waypoint down there. And there, we'll do this. We get rid of that one. We don't need that anymore. We are going to create a new one from position. Not even going to name it. Just let it go. Alright. So that's 40 some odd meters down here, right? So we're 65 meters, which means I need another... Oh, you lose about 5 meters, so 15 meters for that. So you need like another 4 or 5 piston heads on this thing. So what we're going to do... I think that's a lot of pistons, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So yeah, that gets us to 60 because of these and that. So another 4. So yeah, I need another 4 piston heads on this beast. Ugh. Alright, so I think what we'll do then, make sure everything is out of here. It is, it looks like. Well, if not, when I start grinding these down, we'll find out really quickly. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a bit of a tedious and time-consuming process. So I am going to go ahead and do a quick cut. We're going to take all of this stuff off, take the rotor out, add 4 pistons, and then put everything back. Yeah, but that'll get us platinum. And then the only thing we really need to worry about at that point is what? Gold, silver, and cobalt, I think. Yeah, we need to worry about gold, silver, and cobalt. And then magnesium hasn't really been an issue for us right now. But that may change. So we'll see if we can find some magnesium too. I think we've got a couple of waypoints nearby that may have it. Yeah, so let me go ahead. We'll do that quick cut. Lost track of what I was thinking of there. We'll do that quick cut. I'll get everything updated, and then we'll bring you right back. And we're back. Okay, so I came back over to our gold mine. Well, the ice mine. Naturally mined out a little bit of gold. As you can see, it is now a new day in the game. So I wanted to wait to turn on. Let's turn that off really quick. Before we started mining out the rest of the platinum, I wanted to bring you back and show you what we've got. We actually ended up adding, I want to say, 5 pistons to this thing. And the idea is that, you know, we'll be able to come down here and hopefully mine out more of this than what we were originally expecting. So just to show you here, we still have a little bit of platinum down here, obviously. I'm not sure how big this vein is, so I'm kind of curious, and I wanted to, you know, show you all what we were doing over here. Alright, so let's go in here really quick. Grab plat. Alright, so we want... make sure that thing is locked. Yes, it is locked. Okay. So we're going to turn this on. I don't think I set the... I did. Okay, I set everything up. It's always nice when we actually get everything working, right? Oh, that's loud. tell that's the reverse. And we're gonna get out the way there. Oh, I forgot. Let's turn on the rotor. It would help, huh? Turn off the rotor lock. Oh, that was loud. So after doing this for a couple of days in real time, I have been keeping my headphones turned down just a little bit. So that is going to do its thing. And basically what we're going to do is drop these down so that we can get all the way in there and see what's down in the bottom. Oy vey. Alright, so, yeah, so how's everybody's week been? I guess I should, how was your weekend, considering it's Monday, huh? Alright, here. I think I'm going to do the rest of these in reverse order. You should be at... Looks like you are almost done. There it is, okay. We'll do this in reverse order so that we don't have to keep coming down. You know, that way we don't have to keep going down into the pit of noise. There it goes, okay. Oh, alright, so let's talk about what we're going to be doing for the rest of this week. So, I'm thinking I am going to try and locate, we'll take out the heavy lifter, take that thing out for a little trip, and see if we can locate a good source, because I could swear we had... Oh, helps if I go to the right places. We'll go ahead and delete that now. We want moon, and we want AU. Okay. So if we look at these two and AG, those are already lit. Okay. You know what? Let's come up this way. Okay, so we have a little bit of gold over there, which we're mining out manually. 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, 400 meters that way for silver, which isn't a bad deal. I think that's the closest we actually have silver. The other one's a kilometer that way. So we said 400 meters on one side, 800 meters or so on the other. Yeah, we'll go with the 400 meter one. Okay, so what we'll end up doing then is off camera, we're going to end up building another one of these mining rigs over here. Only because it's slightly closer than the other one. 300 meters doesn't seem like much until you're actually building something to it. Okay. Man, this is actually going to be brutal over here. Can I actually... I'm going to be... I may be a bit worried about this one because it looks like it shouldn't have changed. But I am not seeing surface indicator of ores. Am I just going blind or what? 'Cause I see an indicator over there. You can see the discoloration. But I am not seeing discoloration over... Oh, there it is. There's some discoloration right here. Okay. So, can we pick up cobalt and silver? We can actually pick this up offhand, like just off the miner, so that's actually good since we have cobalt over here as well, because that's the other one, that's one of the other ones we said we were looking for. So what I'm going to do is see if we can find an area that actually has, looks like it has at least, a chance of pulling out both, which is probably that's 80 there. So how close would we be here? It's gonna be sad if I have to. There's cobalt there. A little bit of cobalt over there. We come over here. Have cobalt and silver. Alright, I'm thinking, because the silver is more important to us than the cobalt. So if we go... do this. Mine here. So if we figure from here, we need, actually, how, I may have to mine through the wall here. I guess I can run it. We'll run the a line down this way and over. How much plating do I have left?
Energy low.
I don't think that's going to be enough to get us there and back, but we can at least give it a try, right? Okay, so what I'm thinking here is we're going to go ahead, get this going again. Now it doesn't take long because we've got so many so many drill heads going that you get through the dirt really easily. So these things move just fast enough that you have to pay attention to them. Right. So I'm thinking then, I am thinking that it would be nice to build these things up on rotors so we could pivot the whole thing to get a little bit more mining out of them. So maybe we'll do that on the next build. That would be a bad idea, actually. Okay. And since we're gonna go Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's get some of these in place here. So we're going to do that. Do that. And we're going to have this come out. That should be good. That should give us the clearance that we're looking for, at least. And honestly, I may run out of plates doing this. But it's not like we're, you know, hurting for materials, right? I should be actually paying attention because there is a maximum run on these things.
Energy critical.
So we're just going to drop a conveyor junction every few blocks. Ow. I just got torpedoed. Oh, alright. Let's go here, drop another one of those. Yeah, see, out of interior plates. How close are we to the mining point? We're 300 meters, yeah, we got a bit to go. Alright, let's go grab some more material. I can actually get it from any of these locations. What we're going to do is we're going to hop in here. That is going to be a crazy supply line. Now, this is one of the reasons why I will often make a mining vehicle. But like I said, I'm going to try and limit the use of flying vehicles just to get our basic stuff done. So we're going to be doing a lot of these like little mining positions. Alright. And what we'll do is maybe use like flight vehicles for transport. Once we get this done, I think what we'll need to do is we're going to need to build multiple solar arrays. So I'm thinking we may, because there doesn't look like there's anything in the field over here, whatever direction that is, that flatter terrain out there. There doesn't look like there's any resource deposits over there. So what I'm thinking is maybe set up a large solar farm. So basically, you know how we have, that the solar array that we have, duplicate that like 4 or 5 times out in the area over here. And then I don't know if we may keep this one just because it was there. And it's kind of nice to have the legacy stuff there. So we still need to finish the towers. I need to finish the landing pad. And we need to get the last, what is probably going to be the last mining rig up and running. Okay. Man, we have a lot to do between now and Wednesday. Alright. It'd be awesome if we can find uranium, like actually find mineable uranium. I'll set up a reactor room. We don't have one currently because there's just no uranium for us to really utilize. I mean, we're able to buy it from some of the suppliers, but I don't want to be dependent on purchasing supplies like that. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're gonna hop back out here, turn off that light while we don't need to use it. Let's grab 500 should be enough. Our poor refineries, they're choking because they're refining stuff so quickly. See, it's going through the stone. You're processing that. Actually, let's go ahead and give you the rest of that. Alright, so all of our refineries are working on something. Okay. Boy. Let's go this way. Grab these. Iron, ice, and gold over there, which is fine. And I'm thinking we're going to leave this up here like this until we get it over there. And what we'll do is we'll have it drop down to the surface again. Ah, crap. I'll come back and clean it up in a minute. If the system cleanup doesn't get it first. I'm not worried about the one interior plate. We've got so much iron right now that it is not an issue. We've still got like 4 million, or what, 3 million, 3.5 million stone. So yeah, not a problem. Okay. So let's do this. And we'll come back and build, a trussing area over here. Oh, I should do that. Let's do It's been a while since we placed a conveyor block. So the problem is that conveyor blocks used to, I don't know if they still do, but there used to be a maximum distance. Like you could only have a conveyor that was so long without having a conveyor junction in there before it started causing problems. Basically, your network loses track of where everything is. Alright. That's actually pretty good. Alright. How do you line up? Pretty damn close, actually. That may actually work out better than what we were originally planning. Alright, so basically we've gone far enough that we're starting to impact or be impacted by surface curvature, which is why things are like that. Oh. So if you ever notice in Space Engineers how things don't ever quite match up, well, there you go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a few more of these in here. Oh, nothing like putting down conveyor blocks, right? Okay, so that gets us about where we need to be. And we're going to do a conveyor there, bring that down, and junction here. Okay. Now the reason I'm doing that is because this is going to tie into, that's our center line. So we could actually run our conveyor this way. Let's go ahead and get these things off of here. And we've been doing like 15 blocks tall or so. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15 to the floorboard. Alright, so the silver's fairly close to the surface. Cobalt is over that way a little bit. So we'll probably end up having to set up a second mine over here, which is fine. I'm honestly not worried about it. Now that we have a supply line out here, that's all that really matters, is that we have our supply system extended far enough. So that is there. Can you tell I built a few of these? All right. Okay, the door goes there, window, LCDs, and then a vent. Okay. That is so weird because the moon is small enough that the curvature is basically, oh, it's so blatantly there. Okay. Alright, and then we'll be able to build out the mining assembly from here because we'll have 2 there. And then from here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are number 6. That is pretty bloody close, actually. Alright, let's see how many pistons we can get in here before we run out of stuff. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4. That make God. How many was that? 2, 3, 4. Right. 5. Oh, this should be good. Come on. This is what I hate about working with pistons, is that you always get these like weird collision issues. Do I want to try and be greedy? No. Not gonna work. Okay. That's fun. Come on. Thank you. Alright, and we can then do this. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that was one too many. Yes, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is going to give me a good idea of what the clearances are going to need to look like. Alright, so basically I'm going to have to manually mine out some of this stone, which is fine. We've had to do that before. So something like that. And the reason for this is because basically the mine heads are only going to be able to pull about to here out of it. So anything above that is going to be a place where these things are going to collide. And so we don't want to do that. We want to clear that out. That's going to be a problem. And honestly, we're not too worried about where it's starting. We're worried about when it actually starts to clear all of this. We want to make sure that it's going to work the way we want it to. Alright, so this is going to be silver, right? Okay. Which means I have to head all the way back to the base. So that is all set up. We'll have to run walkways out here at some point. We're going to do some trussing. And I think for this, what we'll do, while we have a little bit of time here, let's go ahead and do something like this. Damn it, auto rotate. So that's what you get for not paying attention to the auto rotate. Ah, crap. This is gonna come down here like so. I'm out of steel plates, really? Son of a... Alright, so what we'll end up with is something that actually ties in down here. Just to give us a little bit of support, and what we'll do is we'll probably run like half blocks along this. I'm going to figure out what our total count of these things are, and we're going to try and more or less get even placement at like every, say, 20 blocks, 25 conveyors. We're going to put a junction in, and then we'll have the junction tied to trussing like what we're setting up down there. Alright, so let me get back here.
Energy critical.
Get the next one of these. Did I not? Didn't I tell you to expand? I'm fairly certain I told a couple of you to expand. Alright, we're going to run the risk of blowing this thing up. It should be fine. What's the worst that happens? Yeah, I don't remember telling that to retract at all. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I'm going to thank y'all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, want to see more, or just want to do something nice for me while we're all in this wonderful quarantine status, be sure to hit that subscribe. And if you want to be kept up to date, there's a little bell looking icon next to that subscribe button. If you click that and tell it all notifications, anytime there's any updates on the channel, you'll be the, well, YouTube promises that you'll get a notification at some point. But, you know, I won't say you'll be the first, but you'll probably know before everyone else does. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.